Alrighty. Let's do today's Reus 2 daily before we go to sleep so Santa can come. Here, good. We have a nice number of planets in our universe, but we could always have one more. But what have we got today? Must be safari at the end. So we want to not have minerals and not have plants. Only animals. Smilodon likes animals. Shark likes animals. You are evil. But these two are alright. At least for Kaladin. So what do we got? We've got Once Food Man. Hail Amel. Once Food Man would go kind of well with Ice Zone. So I'm sticking with starting Ice Zone. Can you please stop changing that? Thank you. Oddcalb likes animals. We have 2 bonus doggos at the moment, so it could be said that we like animals. Now, do I actually care about how these are placed? I possibly want the critters on the outside. So you... Find out what we get given by the evolve thing. We get Super Beaver. This is a fantastic evolve one to get. And makes it highly tempting to go completely Ice Age planet in Age 1. We'll have to see what the other two advisors are. But we very possibly go Hunter Ice Age planet. How will we manage that? You here? Super Beaver. Evolvo Stone. We gain access to our next people in our first draft. You're probably going to go after the herbivore thing. Draft Ice Age. This is very useful for what we're trying to do. So is this, but we already have Super Beaver. Super Beaver is a better version of him. The Fox is good for triggering the, highest output we can get on the hunting lodge that will be part of potential Ice Age zone. And this is wasted because we already have Beaver, although this would enhance the Beavers. I think we'd rather get high value out of the hunting lodge for sure. Would we? Or would we rather multiply that over all of the beavers? It feels wasteful to take this when it has beaver inside of it and we've already got super beaver, but that probably actually does multiply out more. We will delay that decision. Let's look at our next people. Villain. Villain is fantastic with Super Beaver, because Super Beaver generates amazing amounts of gold. We need to cover the rest of the planet in ice. New guy. It would be ideal if you could share your usage of this. It's going to be tough. Maybe you'll go to the right if we put you there. We can live in hope. Good. That means we can have this quartz do double duty. So... actually another one of these. That double beaver. No. You're going to eat this zone? That's kind of not what we wanted. I suppose it isn't the most terrible thing to happen. And the last person, Huntress. Well then, yeah. Full Ice Age planet. Full Ice Age planet activate. We can't get the double usage like we can here with another person. So she should probably go as far away as possible from these people. Something like there. We just do the beavers first. She won't quite reach her goal, but then we can use some moss to make up the difference. So, beaver. Ooh, actually, I need to make sure that one zone has 3. Yeah, at the moment, no zone has 3. So as much as I want to do more for her at the moment, we need to go back and say, give this guy a mink here, so that he counts as having 3 animals. Otherwise, we won't be able to activate the Ice Age era. Oh no, it's 3 animals on your planet, not in the one zone. But let's just make a save in case that tooltip is slightly misleading. There, now we're safe in case the tooltip is misleading. We will commit to the beaver enhancing flintstone. Now the super beavers are stupidly good. Other than this, what do we want? Well, for the future, eventually we want only animals. Which would be Savannah. Do we have the ability to make Savannah eventually? Yes, because of Turtle. So Savannah is fine. And then we want whichever has the most animals, realistically. You and you are tied. Given the preference, I would prefer herbivores early. I think I would prefer herbivores early. We still have some bugs to spend. Need to optimize total food output, but kind of not really because the super beavers are going to be stupidly strong. So instead we will optimize you. You. And then the other plant as well. What if the animals are horses? One of them is, kind of. It's a zebra. Okay, continue. Hello? Okay, so it did work the way I thought, where it's 3 per city, and the tooltip is misleading, so we do need to go back. I am glad that I made that save then. So instead, it's you come make mink. Wait. No, come here. Add mink. Or actually, you? Because otherwise this might not count as 3. Well, is it distinct animals? That's another question. No, it just says 3 animals. I would say the horse's camouflaged cousin. Okay, then the same thing again. Gem plant plant. Accept the flint into our heart. Start drafting you and we don't change our mind about zebra. Oh, that one didn't finish before I gave you the other order. My bad. Hurry up and do it quicker. Hunting age, go. Total food and total money. But we have this easily in the bag because Beaver is getting doubled by being Evolve Beaver. You want a mausoleum. Beaver, Beaver, you're happy. You need one more here. You want more herbivores, which I could reluctantly give you. Probably better off giving it to her because she's about to need a plant. So if we do the flint here, a plant here, then the... No, but it needs to be inside his borders. Then I guess I'm okay with deer here, gerbil here, plant for activating deer potentially. Yeah, carrot would do. Carrot, fluffy bun bun, and deer. Let me just erase this tile later. So you become the wrong kind of snow. You accept that you're becoming a herbivore. Carrot. That fluffy bun bun. So that is his quest done. You would like Foxy Woxy. But we decided on the flint instead. So no. You would like the flint and your own plant. Do we have anything else that cares about adjacency to... that I can see to either mineral or plant? You kind of maybe want to go over here as well. So we'll allow you on this side and you on that side. And then see if we can afford a second flint. Actually, that maybe means that I should do the carrot for biodiversity. Fine. You just come over here and we'll decide once the other thing is down. The trouble with this is that she wants distinct animals, as opposed to endless copies of Super Beaver, which I don't really want to give her, so let's draft again and see if we can get some other animal. ground squirrel counts. So between ground squirrel and one deer, she would be fixed. And that would actually further zoop up all of the second generation of super beavers. So yes. Ooh, you've attacked the sage. Do I have to interrupt your war? Very possibly. Quickly, get over here. Carrot to make the beavers super beavers. Own copy of ground squirrel so that she's happy with animals within borders and one step closer to fully distinct animal thing. You stop evil man being evil. That has made the sage happy at least, even if it's pissed off Caesar. But Caesar being angry is actually good because it makes predators generate more money. And then for her... No, we need food more than we need. Okay. And now if we... No, if I put it over here, she's not going to expand to it. So we just have to accept that this will need a plant later, or else we erase it without giving it the plant efficiency thing. Okay. So, double check. Your mission done. His mission essentially done as we're 2 off maximum, and his mission fully done. We're very happy with this. We shall mock Caesar no more. The gods mock Caesar. Second Savannah. We want only animal. We are not offered animal, so let's spend a reroll. Buffalo pig or fox bird leopard or wildebeest gazelle. But this is 3. Even if it's one that wants adjacency to a an evil plant, 3 better than 2. We can't do more Ice Age or Savannah, so we have to decide on what our other thing is. Ocean has lots of decent animals, and so does Rainforest, so does Tiger. I think Tiger is going to be better for what we're trying to do. Let's double check which zone has more. So you have 1, then 3, and then 5. This has 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically that one is better. Ocean has 1... 4. Ocean is slightly better in the middle. 6. Actually, Ocean is slightly better in the middle and the same goodness at the end. So maybe we should actually go Ocean. On the other hand, Siberian Tiger would scale across the whole planet if we can get you. And Sable would scale well across Ice Zone. Better than the fish ones would scale, I would think. Other option was this one. Science scaling one. Bad. Ocelot isn't terrible. Ocelot's actually pretty good. Tapir is bad, we're not allowed plants. And Bird. Bird is also good. So this one has two good ones, Ocelot and Bird. Tiger has Siberian Tiger, Sable. Hey, Aparnax. I'm good. How are you, mate? I hope you're having a lovely day. Also two. So it really does come down to preference. You're welcome. And I kind of like the idea of having the fully ice planet in a flavor sense. On the other hand, we already have Shark. So maybe we should actually do water. Be fish. Manta ray. No, fish, marlin. And preferably dugong or other shark. So I'll commit to ocean. So we already have other shark. What a great place for a rebel base, our ice planet. Fish first. So we want to optimize animal number. There's nothing else to do this age. Age over. Age fully successful. Overcoming the harsh conditions, humans thrive with full bellies in warm houses. Moving forwards, animals get 15% bonus output, which suits our Giga Animal Planet ending. We can have Merchant Age, Super Juice Caesar's Money, Knights and Castles, which, aside from getting her science being difficult... Actually, no, this is bad, because this wants us to build gems that I don't really want to build for him. And construction that I don't want to build for him, because that's usually trees and rocks. So it might actually make sense to kill Caesar. A revolution against Caesar. How hard would it be to get him to 30 food? I feel like that should be possible. Maybe an extra set of super beavers. Let's have a revolution against Caesar. It's all fun and games until the Empire... You're really obsessed with Star Wars today, Cal. You sure you're not... You sure you don't think you're watching Pizza Not? We can do the fur one. So, Super Beaver copy begin. You here. So we surround him in case he decides to be more evil. Super Beaver 2. Second ocean, keeping in mind we want fish. So you are better than turtle. Even though we already have one of them. Super Beaver 3. Look at these beavers. 100 food, 200 gold. Per thing. So we've made the villain sufficiently rich to make him happy. Time to start burning our level 3 drafts. You want 2 distinct domesticable animals. You've already got Fluffy Bun Bun. We could give you Guinea Pig. Gerbil. Gerbil would work. So temporary cut off the poor reindeer from the rest of the world. Give you your gerbil to trigger your mission. Rock Giant go guard the other side of Julius Caesar in case he be evil again. Plop down gerbil. Might as well be on the booster. Go guard the other side of Julius Caesar, seeing as Krablar is doing some building. So that's his animal breeding. He's going to breed gerbils and bunnies. He's invented quality meats and a cultural exchange with the hunter. But next one of these. She. Tavern, butcher, fishing fleet, or costume maker. Well, it's definitely not fishing fleet. Tavern would need 4 distinct animals more than we have. She's got 1, 2. Beaver would be 3. Then we're kind of stuck. Because they do have to be distinct. The alternate option is ones that produce food, which doesn't care about them being distinct. It doesn't end up producing quite as much output, but it's easier to trigger. Considerably easier to trigger. Could even extend that forest temporarily all the way here without much loss. And she could have gerbil. Would also count for butcher. Or we could just do gerbil snake. That's 4, 5, and then we only need 1 more. Mink? How many more turns do we have? We have more than 12 turns. So, 11, 10, 9 to fully trigger her mission. Yeah, that seems worth. And that way we can get the tavern rather than the butcher. Total output. So you over here make a zone for gerbil. You assume his position of guarding against Julius Caesar. Then swap back. Gerbil. Snake. Is that enough for you to be interested? Not yet. Second beaver. Remake the flint. Ooh, we could actually do permafrost now. Seven. Plus 2 is 9, minus 4. Yes, that is better. You do go away, right? No, the trouble is this doesn't go away. But it is still better on this square because this square has a gold booster, so we will allow it. Super Beavers double activate. The level 3 allowing ones. She still isn't quite willing to do that. Shove down the flint. Science square, that makes the most sense. Now, is that enough? Yes, and she even expands the correct direction. Oh, I misunderstood this. I thought that would apply to these, as this would count as evolve. But it means things with evolve tag, not that... Okay, so this is actually enhancing Little Squirrel Man. Oh no, it's the other way around. Little Squirrel Man is enhancing you. So I would have been better off doing 2 of these. I would have been able to do 1 more of those. Let's roll back and see if we can get that to happen instead then. Or if it's already made a save. It hasn't, so... We also haven't done your thing, which was hamster. But come make this hamster. Then do the same over here. In fact, if you're walking in that direction, you might as well do this one first. Rablar can take over. Do that one. Good. Go guard the other side of Julius Caesar. Block. Gerbil snake. This time it's double flint, 0 evolve thing. Here, gerbil there. Then his mission is triggered. Very good. Flint. Well, actually, no. We should do the beavers. So, beaver, beaver. Then if you would come do the flint. We're trying to do your tavern. One more thing and then the flint will work. I actually wouldn't mind placing this legitimately. We don't have any level 2 squares for that. I'd have to use one of our upgrade slots up. Which I don't actually mind doing. Like, we could eat this up. It wouldn't interrupt his mission. But that wouldn't actually help what we're trying to do because that doesn't touch the rest of the world. I'd need to do it like here and eat the poor mink. Do you need the mink? Yes, you need the mink to be triggering your fur thing, but no, you're one over the fur thing. So we can lose the mink. We could come here, eat these. Are you the only sedge? You're not even the only sedge, so that works in terms of that. We could have the fireweed instead, which would do better because of the super beavers. Would do better because of the flint. And then the other flint. But aren't you the only mink we have? So we'd actually be losing a diversity. Yes, you are the only mink. So that isn't acceptable. On the other side, we could lose this. So place beaver. Because that would still need to be that. So it looks like we just make a new slot then. Do I place anything down first? We could go 1, 2, or actually 1, 2. These ones. Erase the beavers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enough for 6 turns, so that does work. It wouldn't kill off your mission. It doesn't help complete your mission, which is actually what we're really trying to do at the moment. So I think we give it to her. In which case... Or do I? How much do I care about unlocking these 2 random cohort things? I do kind of want to do that. And who would be best off with the plant long term? Probably him. So it probably actually goes best there. And this is one that we need to erase later anyway. And it suits that this has a food thing and this is a food thing. So fine, you go over there. I can't do any more until we do some more drafting. So we choose Tiger as our secondary. We want Predators. We choose Foxy Woxy. Get 2 more evolve somethings. What did we get? We got evolve Lignite and evolve should be a 2-star something, and I don't see it. Wind. Don't you say evolve 2? Oh no, it's 1 thing. Okay, so all we get is evolve Lignite. 50, that's 100 if it's doubled. It's okay, and it is an energy source, but we don't have any other people that care about energy so far. So that's not as useful. I was kind of hoping that we'd get another animal to do her thing with. Santa is inbound. Gonna get to sleep soon so that we don't... so that he doesn't refuse to come. No, I think we make another beaver array for her here. So... sadly, we end up wasting a space, one of these squares doing that, but oh well. So it's that. Well, I also need you to have distinct animals. 3 more. So what could we give you instead? We'd probably have to come this way. She doesn't have Fluffy Bun Bun. But getting her to go that way is going to be difficult. I mean, to get that to happen first, we will have to start building an extra beaver array. So let's just build the beaver array. You... second flint. Second beaver. Scale all the beavers even harder, with even more bonus food. Fireweed is stupidly good, because it's evolve fireweed with 2 bonus flint stacks. She is coming here. And then we said we wanted to make this normal snow. And give her Fluffy Bun Bun and Foxy Woxy. And Stoat. And that will be the last 3 animals. Actually, no, she only needs 1 more animal. I mean, I could do that by giving her... No, she does need 1 thing. Hail, VGF. Merry Christmas. I still think she needs 1 of this. And we need to place Fox down anyway. Like, Fox needs to go somewhere. So, Fluffy Bun Bun... Fox Vole resource that likes adjacency to critters is probably correct. Oh god, she's going the wrong way. Don't do it! I can't stop her. I would have had to have put these down beforehand, so I'm going to have to pay her to come the right way now, which is frustrating. Fluffy Bun Bun. Thing that likes adjacency to critters. Foxy Woxy. She's like, oh, but I expanded over here. No. I need you to go eat the thing I wanted you to eat. I kind of feel like these shouldn't expand until you click the button. That you should earn expands when this fills up, not that it auto-expands. Maybe Santa is even on that list? Oh, 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 quickly! Quickly! He's being evil! Get over here. Stop him being evil. Freeze Caesar. Okay. That makes Caesar hate us, but who cares? Now we need more food in you. You've already got Beaver Beaver, you can have... No, you've already got Beaver Beaver Beaver. We can percent upgrade the beavers. But percent upgrade isn't too useful when they already have massive percent upgrade. We would want base food upgrade. Yes. Okay, that did help. Did it help enough? It looks like we're going to be part of 1 off. Yes, we're part of 1 off. And all his other things are already juiced up, so I can't just buy bugs to fix it. It's gonna have to be... Actually, I could replace this with fireweed. That would do it. So we erase poor mink, which is in some ways bad. Are you relying on mink for your mission? No, because you have 3 beavers to trigger your clothing. Mink is your revolutionary quarter thing, but meh. Very meh. Next tiger. We only want animals. This one is 3 animals, and therefore the winner. Now we can't do any more. Craft? Okay. So it was upgrade this, erase poor mink, replace sedge with fireweed. That should be enough. Have a Merry Christmas. Zuri, yes. You too, thank you. Reactivates Beaver's extra money. It's a stupid amount of food. It triggers his thing, which also now he gets this next one. Not that we have many toxic things. New issue, we don't have enough different predators. Stoat? I thought we made stoat over here. Vole, not stoat. Well, so be it. We would need 3 more. We could do stoat. Replay mink, that's 2. And so make a tiny water zone over here? Could it be water? Oh, we have a gerbil without a snake. So a second snake would also work. Because this was waiting for I to kill you there. Because I wanted that to be an undergrowth then. Could I even take enough bonus turns for that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we can. Fine, so this becomes normal ice. So that we can place down stoat. Three. Then we want to place down mink again. Should be here. Four. Or adjacent to one of the other plants. It can't be that one. It could be hers, but it's already surrounded. It could be this, but that one is also surrounded. So yes, you just come over here and be on the square. That's kind of a waste, but oh well. Oh, well, we could put that down. We've got 3 evolve things? No, 2. Eva. No, we do have 3 things. We have you, Fireweed, and thing that we haven't used. Ignite. So, Woolly Mammoth, Woolly Willow, Ground Squirrel, and second Ground Squirrel. Do they need to be distinct for that thing to be happy? No, they do not. So arguably this should go here. The mink should go somewhere else. Mink, go over there. We need 1 more. Becomes more and more tempting to do snake there. What is his next age thing? For everything that produces base food? No, then I don't want that. I want a food-producing plant there, ideally. Like this. But you want an undergrowth. Actually, the Pitaya would go really well there. And then replaying Gerbil. Because Pitaya would trigger reindeer. But anyway, it can't go there. We could just put another stoat here and assume that we eat the stoats. Or do we eat the minks? We could put mink here. Assume we eat those 2 and that we keep 1 mink. But honestly, are we keeping any of the Ice Age stuff in the end? Probably not. Probably only the 1 Sabertooth thing. There's probably a little zone here. So I don't think we add more minks for this. So it will become extra stoat. You hop on that science boost square. We can erase you next stage. Correct number of predators. So done enough dev for the whole world. This thing is getting a pretty decent bonus. Oh, it looks like it isn't counting. Yeah, it looks like the wording on that is then wrong, because we definitely have ground squirrel, and willow. But it's only acting as if we have 1 ground squirrel and willow. Yeah. Big sad. 1 more action. What should our 1 more action be? These 2 things are herbivores, so we could set up that Pitaya plant that we're looking at. No, because you're domesticable, but you aren't domesticable. Then just give that an upgrade slot with the slate. Seems nice and lazy and easy. Seems nice and lazy and easy. Give that a slate. Done. No bugs to spend. Time to behead Caesar. I either stream early or late. I like taking dinner off and having dinner at a sensible time. The tyrant is punished. The revolutionary will be our new leader. Three-star, Revolution Age, extra rerolls, a terraform, 2 bugs, diversity, prosperity. We are forced to do Safari Zone. Okay. What is the revolution? My memory is that he's bad at mysticism. Where is he? Here. Ah, he's inherited the same power. Okay, so he's okay at mysticism. He still has the same hatreds. He has a slightly different power. He likes predators rather than toxic stuff? Maybe? Maybe he's actually fully the same. In any case, we are under the plant and mineral limit. You are almost certainly being a cafe. Commit to that now. See how close that gets you to your next goal. Probably nowhere near. It might get to like 44 or something? 42. The people have completed the Interpretation Center. It now copies the best animal in the world. For food and for gold. You hit 44. Her copying the best animal has boosted up her power to the next level. Maybe? Something's boosted this more. It's your power? So seems unlikely. He can have safari, luxury, lighthouse, or military base. We'll see what we can... Can we militarize the saber-toothed tiger? Yes! We can ride saber-toothed tigers into battle. Give him big military that way. For this. That probably is the one we go with rather than the safari guide then. Amazing that so many of these have slotty things, but they're the wrong kind of slotty things. Science, rock. Food. Bunny would go well here between the two minerals. Eagle doesn't care where he is. The jets would go well here next to each other. That jet next to there would even be extra happy. We don't have any advanced plants. So really it's all just about getting these 3 down now. So do I care about these extra good... these slots? Probably not so much. Your cafe is doing what it should. She hasn't decided on her thing yet? Or isn't letting us decide on her thing yet because we haven't done yours? So I guess we just commit to the military base, even though it's useless to us now. I might just leave those for actually doing lots of the gold thing. Because he does want Giga Wealth. Bunny could go there, and Bunny does make food. But I don't need that much extra diversity to be able to shove down Tiger. Don. I think I put Bunny there. Or here? Here, and then that can be a jet. And that makes you happy. Yeah, Bunny, you're going over there. Not willing to commit to that. These things don't care about adjacencies at all. We're not going to use the science one. So maybe Smilodon Bird Jet. We only have 1 jet. So we're minimizing how many of these slots we're using on other things. And then this is a beaver, and then we put 2 other things in those. Yeah, I like that. So jet. Smilodon. Or do we wrong zone Smilodon? Do we intentionally put Smilodon in the savannah? That is actually probably better, because the savannah is going to have more animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at most 6. Yeah, wrong zoning you in the savannah seems better. The only bad thing about it is then his military base thing doesn't work. But we could just make this bit his savannah. So like turn this big stretch of land into the savannah bit. Yeah. You do that. Work out if we're erasing mink. probably will erase Mink. Means this could be another jet if we need yet more money. Yeah. G'day, Baron. I enjoyed watching your Caesar map, though I was saddened to hear at the end that you don't embrace the love of Tails racing. It was also very funny to hear you say like 3 or 4 times in the opening half hour, "There are so many native trading huts, we couldn't possibly run out of money." And then 30 minutes later, "Oh my, we've run out of money." Did you mean literally the game is like the volume is too loud, or it's too like visually, there's too much visual stuff happening for you for Tails Racing? You said it's too loud for you. Okay. No more. You were just being lazy and hadn't built enough workshops? Like both? Okay, you don't love the music. I think it's got really lovely music. I agree that if you're not used to it, like when I first was playing it, it was very intense, like there's lots of moving color. It's visually fairly loud. Allowed to use plants. There's lots of bing bing wahoo. Time to go hyper animal. Who are we giving it to? Are we giving it to you? Or her? You have more gold already. So it makes more sense to give to her. So we give you the crappy animals. Also because he needs 5 predators to be happy. We need to leave 1 space for potentially putting Smilodon in there. It was a nice chill map. It was a nice chill map. Not everything has to be Zamagetsutuga. Actually, we would want to give you not Smilodon. So give you the crappy predators. Oxy Woxy. You upgrade this so we can give it cheetah and bird. The 1 field that we will actually be using here. Good. Cheetah. That's made him happy in terms of his wealth and pop. We get no value out of his military base. But now for her. Our last burn. No, our second to last. Draft. That's the last burn. We make her happy by giving her 2 more animals. Already done the good animals, so we don't need to care about those slots. We do need to care about that being 1 thing for you. It needed to be an undergrowth. So this. And we have 1 more plant allowed. Actually, no, it could be this plant instead. Then it doesn't need any other adjacency stuff. You. Zebra. Chicken. Which gives us a draft, which we hopefully get another herbivore with. We don't, but we do get lion. We embrace into our hearts. So it looks like cheetah is going to go untriggered then. Merry Christmas, Jingo. Planet expand. Do I care which side? Yes, it needs to be this side. Planet expand. And the only danger is that he does the expanding. We do have new basic animal. And doggo. And then we need to go kill some of our other plants and things. Well, actually no, because we can still give you an element with going over our cap. Just not very well. This is a bad one, and then we need to go kill off something over here. So we will kill off these two. It's a waste of 2 plants. Plant man, erase those. They just get in the way. Although actually that improves that. So we should kill... He doesn't need... No, but those are distinct food-based things, so I shouldn't pick those either. Where is there some rocks that we don't need? Or some plant that we don't need? We don't need this carrot. Right? Yes, we don't need that carrot. Kill that carrot. If you kill that carrot, I can actually have another plant here. Yes. We will use one of the good plants. Jackalberry scales with predators, and we've got a lot of predators in this zone. Do I care if you raid the Huntress? Not really at this stage. These typically generate extra net dev levels, so I'm okay with letting them happen now that both of them are level 4 and we've gotten their quests done. Unless it's going to... What are you going to steal? Pop? Is that going to de-level her pop enough that she would... No, she's not going to lose that for like 12 steals or so. So it was plant that scales with predators. That makes the rock happy as well. Serval. But Serval is going to be happy with that not being a field, but oh well. Then finally the mega pair of Smilodon and Lion, if we can do it. So, Lion. And then She is not expanding here naturally. We need to expand once, twice, 3 times. Make sure she can't accidentally go the other way. She can't. So spend them all. Christmas, yes. Iron is stupidly good. But then we're 1 short of the diversity needed for Smilodon Friend. So I need to go kill 1 other plant somewhere. Plant or mineral. I guess we lose the Labradorite. It's not necessary. It's just nice to have more gold. And then we need to buy a... No, we don't. We've already got a power for you. We use your power to put Smilodon down here. Or give the ability to put Smilodon where he doesn't belong. You erase this. Don't want either of those. It does depower Foxy Woxy, but oh well. We might come back and place Bunny Rabbit once we're done, but for now doing this is more important. And then come, place, wrong zone. Now I need 1 more biodiversity here. That's why we just killed off the Labradorite, so that we can place 1 more rock over here. So, rock that likes adjacency to animals. She just got stupendously big enough that... No? He got stupendously big enough from stealing her stuff. Possibly. That her next thing triggered. That's enough biodiversity. We can now place Smilodon. Welcome to the saber-toothed tiger of the savannah. Beautiful. Steak or this? Probably Safari. 600 is better than 200. Unless her levels for these are stupidly more expensive. They're more expensive, but they're not that much more expensive, so Safari it is. That's another 5 levels. We're still a good 100 and something short. Holy moly. This could become ocean. We haven't used ocean yet. But it's also kind of wasteful to try leveling up someone who's already so high leveled. If anything, we should plop down new space. So, like, make space here. Make an ocean that we can fill with fish. What's our next person? She is better with animals than Diplomat. Space, space. Trouble is I'm going to run out of actions. How much is second Sabertooth? We might also actually be able... No, but it scales with animals in the zone, and there's not enough animals in that zone for that to matter. So yeah, plan ocean is better. Ocean go. Force a new person to colonize there. Terraforming. Oh. Further expand the ocean. Good. Upgrade. Upgrade. Upgrade, because we're going to be action constrained, not tile constrained. One sec. Babysitting doggo wants let out. Babysitting doggo let outside. Surely in 5 minutes he's gonna go, woof, let me back in, but for now he's happier there. Treats us like his doorman, but still, it's better he does it than doesn't let you know when he needs to go to the bathroom outside. Predator scaling fish. Normal fish. He hopefully colonizes the next square. Shallow loving fish. Deep loving fish. Shark comes first. Then marlin. What do you need levels of more? Food. So the fishing one is best then. You absorb marlin. It's a lot more gold, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think any amount of extra fish is gonna be enough. Buy some extra bugs. Efficiency up shark. Extra actions. Other fish. Tuna. Does keep scaling shark. Maybe it will get there. Yeah, okay. He already wants back in. He's even gonna come in here and hang out. At least for a couple of seconds. Fishing fleet is probably the one we want next. Yes. Okay, we did get over 600. We could do a little more optimizing with one more purchase of bugs. We could go butterfly up, whichever of lion or smilodon is bigger. Which is lion by a considerable margin. Well, actually, maybe not. 17 of those. What's your conversion rate? Okay, only 5. 17 of those is really 20 times 5. Good. Yeah, 100. Thereabouts. So no. Lion wins. We could do 240s or 170. I think the 170 on the bigger one is better. $3,000 gold, which gets copied by the copying center. $2,000 casual extra gold. Speed up. Okay, we got fairly solidly over the goal. Does anyone have low enough food that that would give a level? No. Does anyone have low enough anything that that would give a level? Yes, your science. Can we... But I can't give science to anything you have. We could buy more turns. 1, 2, 3. Technically, that means we can place finger coral. That it really matters. In fact, anchovy and Nemo are probably better for scaling shark. So anchovy... Emo. Plant that makes Nemo happy. We can shove a science boosting bug on that plant because she will get an actual level out of that. Her last thing, lighthouse or safari. 11 times 100 or 1 times 600. Or 10 times almost 200. 10 times 200 is better than 11 times 100. So she can have a fish zoo. Make her final level of happiness. We could, in theory, have one more of this. Dugong would be fantastic. Doubt we have the biodiversity. Don't have the biodiversity to put Dugong down, sadly. Nor do we have the turns, nor do we have the ability to buy more turns, so we're all done. Yeah. Alright. Bustling planet full of excitement. Animals and humans live in harmony. On super hard difficulty, we complete today's daily. 3 star, 3 star, 3 star. Not like yesterday where we got a 2 star. A shameful display. Using shark, Smilodon, and plant that we ignored because we weren't allowed plants. If we were still making meta progression, then these would matter. As it is, it just bing bing bings of success. And done. Right. Am I tired yet? Not quite. So we'll do one Railroad Tycoon map, I guess. Then we will go to sleep after one map. What map will we do? Oh, I didn't open that as an administrator, and you have to, for various reasons. Else, it doesn't like launching. We change our category. The best game of all space and time. Okay. Move you here. Here, and we're good to go. What map will we do? We just did, like... that one? That one.
Good going out there in the outback.
Yeah.
Now, from one of the most desolate places in the world to the most populous country in the world.
I don't really like the China map that much. Nor the Australia. Cape to Cairo is very one-trick. This is the very hard if you don't cheese it, and it's currently one of the admin challenges if you want to earn yourself a sword. You can check out the details regarding this map without cheese. Orient Express? Or the other French one? I think I prefer the Orient Express to that. Or... Canada? We do have Baron here. Let's do Canada.
Look over to your right there.
Consolidation early, or credit rating up and faster station turnaround. 10% faster engines.
6,000 miles of iron rail. Hoo-wee! That's what's going to have to be laid to reach across Canada. Raising the money in the East is just the beginning to completing this Canadian transcontinental. You'll need to keep your crew supplied and on track, as the wilderness of Canada will challenge your every step. Your goal is to see a train pulling up to the shipyard in Vancouver. Good luck, and bring your long johns.
Because it's bloody cold. Alright. 1867, and trouble is brewing in Canada. The trouble is that the country is tearing itself apart without a tangible representation of union. The Canadian Parliament wants to strengthen relationships between the other provinces by building a trans-Canadian railway. Save the country and win bronze by connecting Halifax to Vancouver and hauling 6 loads between them by 96. For silver, have a company net worth of 20 million as well. And for gold, have a company net worth of 50 million by that date. So just under 30 years to make $50 million. We start with the consolidation. And the map. So, you've got Halifax, and you need to work your way up around, because this is America, and then across all of this, staying out of America. America doesn't like giving you access. They're big meanies. And across these hideous mountain ranges, and then down into Vancouver. There is a nice kind of path here, or a separate one there, that is less steep than the rest of the mountains. You can see it easily in grid mode. It's hard to see without grid mode. There are a couple of reasonable places to make money usually. You can do Edmonton, Red Deer, Calgary. Usually has something going on. Where is Thunder Bay? Thunder Bay here is usually a reasonable thing to link over to Winnipeg. 1, 2, 3.5 pairs of houses. This has 1, 2.5, but this is actually like 3, 4, 5 pairs of houses worth of extra passengers. And it produces iron. No, it turns iron into steel? It produces iron. I think it produces iron. And you can bring that iron across to the steel mill, if so. And if not, well, there's a whole heap of iron and coal nearby that you can bring down to that steel mill anyway. This zone is not so useful. And then the actual, truly most useful zones. Quebec, Montreal. Because you can usually set up... and Ottawa. You can reach across the border, steal these American people. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of houses. And it's a question of what do you want to do. So, Quebec, Montreal to begin with. Let's have a look. Also, who is our starting advisor? Stock price man. Is it personal wealth or company wealth we care about this map? I think it was company wealth. Company wealth, not personal. So my money doesn't matter as the CEO. We do have the ability to take a loan. No one else good is available yet. I don't want to have to come across the river. That's a big expense. It does mean that we're going to miss out on one of those houses. Would a... I don't think a station there would reach Quebec. It doesn't make Montreal an island. No, there's no river across here. It's only covered on 3 sides by river, according to this. Is this actually a little square? Should the river be a square? That seems odd. Rivers don't usually do that. I suppose it could be a lake. The river is much, much larger here. In Montreal, rivers do go in squares. It's an Escher staircase of river. Something like there is probably the best position. It's as far away as possible. Then maybe we just have it go on that diagonal? That actually looks pretty plausible. Yeah, so let's look at that idea. That seems about optimal. At least there. Now, do we come all the way to here and then turn? Or do we turn a little bit earlier? That looks really nice. That one I think looks the best. So... Ah! I moved the... There we go. Does a station there get everything? No. Can we go 1 square further down? Yes. So I think that wins. Looking at the map, I kind of see what they're going for. Montreal is an island where 2 large rivers meet. There is a 3rd river that meets slightly upstream and does sort of make a square. Okay, you've got me interested. Let's have a quick look. How does this correspond to this map? Okay, so there is an actual island in the middle of a river here, and the city is in the middle of the island. So pretend that river is like 5 times wider and the city is entirely inside there is the real situation. Although it looks like it also has started to spread its tentacles outside of either side of the river as well. 4.5 and 5. Okay, a consolidation. We start delivering one side to the other here. So we'll have the dining car. Water, sanding, post office, saloon, restaurant, hotel, and then we're out of money. Go. We should change over to a better advisor, though. Okay. Train Speedman is pretty good. Yeah, we'll stick with train speed man for the moment. Unless we find cheaper fuel man, we'll stick with train speed man. So how quickly can you take this somewhat inclined turn? Not the fastest, but neither the slowest. It isn't brought to an absolute crawl. They're making plans for a high-speed line between... Oh, I forgot to turn off the dividends. Between here and here. Looks like it's the next suburb over on the map. Compared to the distance that we're expected to cross here. That's a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. Okay, all passengers. Later to expand to Toronto. Restaurant, saloon, hotel. And then we're too poor. I suppose we could build a post office. Speed up. There's an existing rail service, but this would be a dedicated service only for passengers. We gain access to the 8-wheeler. It's kind of just a slightly cheaper, slightly crappier consolidation. Currently it shares everything with freight, and freight is always slow and causes tracking issues. Yeah. Speed up. This place still needs a maintenance bay. A group of concerned Quebecois citizens have banded together to organise support for your effort. They will need $200,000 to organise rallies. It will lower the cost of track building by 20% in that province for the next 12 months. Screw off. That is a ludicrous cost. No. House. We will buy the telegraph poles, and on the other end, $200,000 to make slightly cheaper track in one province for a very limited time. Now there is one other nice one to do from memory, and that's potentially Prince George to something like Whitehorse or something is up here? Yeah, Whitehorse. You can make a nice long distance one between those two and get a fair decent chunk of money. Too slow? I didn't... Go back. And become what you're actually supposed to be. You. So, we made about $1 million in profit. We can't afford to buy more of our own shares. We are not offered cheaper fuel, man. We still don't have a good enough credit rating to get cheaper loans, so we just do another year of this. Speed up. There is some potential to bring this grain to here, and then that food down to there. And/or all of this produce to the Ottawa cannery, but then it would also need steel, which isn't useful. No, we can't do that. Well, we could do it, but it wouldn't produce a secondary good. This to here is more reasonable. That looks terrible, but it's terrible in a downhill way. So it's less bad than it looks. Admit that it does look horrendous. Really? Yeah, there we go. 12! A casual 12% grade. But it's downhill. That's what we tell ourselves to sleep at night. Can't get both of them as one thing. Oh, we can. There. This is the one that has the maintenance, so that actually works out. What would we need to do that? One more consolidation and then just double this track? Seems reasonable. Track. Extra consolidation. And then we say grain to food to there to loop. Do it 4 at a time. And this end will probably need a sanding tower after coming up that hill. Speed up. See if they can make it back and turn around again before this gets here. And let's watch it come down the hideous hill. It's currently at 31 miles an hour. It does slightly slow down. But then it should accelerate quite quickly because it still counts as coming down this hill. Yeah. So that's actually quite a good setup, honestly. Yeah, so a quick accelerating that it caught back up to the other one. Lovely. Stock splits 2 for 1, but that doesn't really matter in terms of... because personal wealth doesn't matter for this map. Have we made enough money that we're... Nope, still not allowed a good loan. Is cheaper fuel man on offer? Still no. Just 2. See how much it slows down going up that hill. So it's at 36. It meets the base of the hill. 35. It starts turning. 0! 2 miles an hour. 1. Yeah, it's a bit of a crawl up that grade. Just a little bit. Thing. 12% grade and a corner. And that's actually going to take so long now that it's worth turning this up to 6. And giving you a grain silo. To build a grain silo? We haven't invented the technology yet. Fair enough. The strongest train meeting the weakest Canadian hill? Maybe make a detour route? No. We accept it going slow on the way back. It's still going to be quicker than its loop time. Right? We only need it to get back here before it gets to 6. And it's just getting to 6 now. So it's fine. We're not going to be wasting any grain. We will probably want to buy this bakery. We split 2 for 1 again. Revenue rebounds. And we see if we're allowed cheap loans yet. We are allowed still not adequately cheap loans, really. But we have enough cash on hand to start something else even without loans. So, do we do Thunder Bay? It's only hideous on the way up, Nahadoi. On the way down, it's beautifully accelerating. It stops here, converts all the grain to donuts to take down to Montreal, and then instantly accelerates because it's still on the hill. It's got a lot of mass still on the hill when it starts up, and so it gets to start up quickly. Thunder Bay to Winnipeg. 3.5? How much would a double track cost? Because we probably do want it to be double tracked. We accept that we need to build nice bridges. That alone is 400. And do we come along the bottom here? We probably come along the bottom there. Do we go across the top? Then make a little breakaway like there and say this is eventually going to be the Trans-Canadian line component of this. Or do we force the Trans-Canadian to do a zig-zag? Would a station there get Winnipeg? No, so it does have to be down here. The only question is, do I care about maybe having to move around you? Or do we just stick to the very bottom of this? Well, would a thing down the very bottom of here grab all of Winnipeg? No. That would. And I kind of like following the bottom. Not Japan style. Alright, so... $1 million. We should probably try and find someone who makes track building cheaper then. Track building more expensive. Wrong kind of direction. Electric engine purchase. There we go. Track building 5% cheaper. Can we get any better? Mail revenue. Company goodwill. Loan amount. Train speed and maintenance. Track building 15% cheaper. There we go. My persistence is rewarded. So instead of 900k, that's now a mere... $800k. Okay, then we can change back to station building person. This track is more expensive, but stations are cheaper. Should have built a tiny amount of extra track. That's gonna suck. Are you sure we can't just, like, make the station there? No, it does need to be 1 square foot. 1 square further can't be too bad, right? %8 grade. Ouch! Ouch! It's going to be slow starting back up, but oh well. You could do timber. And there is a convenient timber in the middle, which would also serve as a nice place to restore sand and water midway along. Sand, water, post office, saloon, restaurant, customs. Big hotel will have to wait. Sand, water, customs, you don't need a custom. Or do you? Actually, we need to check whether you need a customs. Is this across a border? This is across a state border, so we do need customs. One loan to get this happening right now. 2 consolidations. 1 Winnipeg, Thunder Bay. And 1 Thunder Bay, Winnipeg. Good. We can then afford the hotel and the roundhouse. And the hotel and the roundhouse. Could also connect these iron to here and these iron to this. But soon TM. Can we start? We can start aggregating it now so that when we do connect it up, there's already a lot saved up. Back to speed. So 500,000 for the Winnipeg one, and let's say 3.5 by the time it's 3.500k by the time it gets there. In the other direction. This is going to be a bit less than 500 by the time it gets there. Pretty sure you're going to get there and turn around before he's finished, but we'll see. Maybe make you just take the 2 mail, so that you absolutely get out of the way quickly enough. No, even then you didn't. Oh well. And the mail decayed as you were collecting it. Rip. The Bay Rocket? No, no, no. This is the Baron von Pone Express. Actually, I kind of like you doing nothing, and then bringing that iron to here. Bring the iron here once. Actually, maybe bring the iron over to Winnipeg. It does want iron more. Yeah, fine. Take it to Winnipeg. We'll get ahead of the delivering coal here curve. So this is going to be something that we want to do fairly quickly. Though, do we actually have any use for that steel yet? Not really. We also wanted to start that wood one. Wood there, here. And then pulpwood there. Does this end want paper? It's probably not big enough. Yeah, Winnipeg isn't big enough to want paper. We can have the third one already. So grab 2, then grab 4, then go there, then go there. Turn them into lumber. Take them back. This guy is now more important. Once he's there, he's less important. Done. Very good. We can repay that loan. So I do not like 10% loan. And we could dig for someone who is more useful, seeing as we aren't building station stuff at the moment. Train speed man is kind of okay. Come on, I don't have infinite money for... Here we go. Best fuel cost maintenance man. 40% off fuel cost. Sold. Fuel is your biggest expense generally. So cutting that essentially in half is a huge saving. We progress to AA loans. One more and we have minimum cost loans. Can you re-accelerate quickly enough? Hopefully, yes. Growing prosperity. The global market is doing well. It means people pay more for goods, and it also means our loan rate is cheaper. We should go buy that bakery. It's not like there are AI to buy it out from under me, but I still should buy it. And then you... Strictly speaking, I'd be better off expanding somewhere else first, but laziness. It's just easy to do that. You need to slow down, or else you're going to run up the back of them. Even slower. Turning the corner is... Nah, even that's going to be too fast. Well, fine. Go back to being full speed. Boop. We gain access to the teeny tiny efficiency Vulcans. These are good for teeny tiny routes. They're very, very low cost to run. Don't have anything that suits that at the moment, though. Do a full set of only mail. We are slightly behind the grain, but only slightly. You are busy enough now that you deserve telegraph poles, and so does the other end. You should probably do one this way, then one that way. Done. And you no longer need to ever grab iron. You now only ever grab wood. Where else do we do? Well, actually, let's wait for the start of the next year. We'll probably have AAA loans. It's only 3 months away. And then maybe do the one we said here. Prince George up to Whitehorse. Well, it's only 2.5 sets of people. Maybe not that, actually. It's fine. You're only going to slow down like one more time. We split 2 for 1, revenue up, 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 and New Year. Do we have AAA rating? We do. We have cheapest, well, very nearly cheapest loans. They can go one tiny bit less, but that would require the global market to be in uber prosperity. So, what do we do next? Calgary has 1, 2, 3.5. Edmonton has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Edmonton is huge. Prince George and Prince Albert. We could also grab those, take them to that, connect that to here, and then deliver lumber to this side, but yeah. This is an essentially bottomless pit of lumber because of the port. Yeah. So that isn't as insane as it sounds. I'm going to assume 1 per year is good enough to start with. 1 thing per year. Vancouver's pretty sizable. So maybe we set up the first leg of this side, Vancouver, Calgary. Because the incline out is too hideous. So we'll just do Edmonton, Calgary. Do we want it to be doubled? You produce food, you could convert it into food. You make sheep that wants sheep. There's iron and coal, and both of these want iron and coal. There's a whole bunch of extra grain up there that could be turned into food. That can go straight through Red Deer. In fact, it looks like it can go straight all the way to Calgary. That's hard to argue with. Yeah. That's as far away as it's allowed to be. This end. Roundhouse, water, small hotel, sanding, customs, post office, saloon, restaurant. $500 million worth of buildings. Same for you. Didn't actually need a customs house. That's a bit excess. How do we want to manage this? I mean, we want one express. That's obvious, so make the express. But then do we also not want to do steel production to goods to here? Steel production to goods to there? I guess the question is there a second local iron to match the 2 local coal? Not conveniently near. That's a little far away. Yes, we can live with it. So... one of you needs to come this way. You also need to come over to this, which is a more awkward connection. It's going to be 2 turns rather than one nice one. Could even be a small station. Need to pick up you in theory, but in practice we're going to do it all via coal and iron. Okay, and then to this pair. Actually, we'll do it the other way around. We'll try and define it by... slightly too poor, so we need to wait a little bit. Then it's 2 consolidations and we're done. That's fine. It's brought in enough that we can make you. Sanding water. As long as this one has a roundhouse, all should be fine. Guess you might need a roundhouse as well, for the sake of laziness. The Edmonton Express is about to ding. Ding ding. There isn't any mail. And we can start our 2 of these. So it was 2, 4... You should do the further away one. Ooh, actually, the order... No, 2, 4, there, here, there. So you wait, you turn that into only 4 steel, which then becomes 4 goods, and your loop is done. And the other one is here, 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 loop. So 2, 4, turn it into 4 steel, turn it into 4 goods, loop done. Does need to be weight, but the rest not so much. Okay. Goods production, Calgary and Edmonton steel on the up and up. And if we really wanted, we could create one that did wool here. And delivered it nowhere. I suppose we could make you a large station and then you'd be able to accept it. I should have built you as a large station in the first place then, but oh well. What are we going to have doing that? It's such a small job. It's tempting to put a little efficiency Vulcan with orders to wait, but it probably shouldn't be quite that slow. Probably should be an American. You can be told that you're less important than everyone else. Good. Speed up. No clone even. Speed up. We're going to stop him for a little bit. Profits up. Ooh. Full set of passengers. Montreal only has passengers. That's close enough. You turn into steel. You turn into blankets to take back to North Battleford. Quebec only has passengers. Might as well buy the 2 steel mills. The tool and die factory. That's probably it for this year's spending. We could actually have more of these. But we would have nowhere to deliver the goods. So we should connect across to Winnipeg and make a second set that delivers to Winnipeg and Thunder Bay. We've got the cash. Someone robbed us? Who? Who robbed us, game? No, no name. The unnamed robbery. That's a bit sad. It has to have a zigzag like that. Bring you across through Regina. Yeah, because maybe we make some food later. Instead, that way this can become a purely left-hand turn. Instead of being a partial... No, it can't. Have to do it sooner? That works. Don't need that bit. No. We are going to need something between these two, keeping them happy, and we said that we wanted this to maybe be doing food. It can process two kinds of food. It can process cow or donuts. Is there any local cow? Only... Well, actually, there's a little bit of cow over here. But then most of the cow is on the American side of the border. What about the grain? The grain is up there. It's awkward. Wouldn't mind this cow. And I wouldn't mind this grain. We also wouldn't mind that grain and this cow. So... let's make that grain and cow. Name you... out. Name you... grain out. No, not grant, grain. So it's easy to know our plan. So you grab the grain, you take it to the cow place yoinks all the cows to here, and then you deliver the food to Thunder Bay. First time it can be 3, but in the future it's only 2. Good. In the future it's only 2. For the other one was... here, here, here. Which is slightly awkward because it passes through the same town twice, but oh well. You will possibly need water. And... okay. And then this one is... grain to cow to food to Winnipeg. The first time 3, but in the future only 2. Go. And then we wanted goods to Winnipeg and Thunder Bay from a second one of these, which means that you now get a double bridge, which is a bit wasteful in some ways, but oh well. Should have just built the double bridge to begin with. And it's... that... do you actually... no, you do take it through to here. There's no... I don't like taking it to there. So that to there, to Battleford, to Thunder Bay. Good. And then... same thing, but Here, here, here. Back to Battleford. And you do Winnipeg. Okay, that's going to make that zone a lot busier. Surely the little American can still get his once every 2 years job done. Right. Speed up. You are empty is disgusting. We split 2 for 1. That's close enough. You can have 1. You can have 2 mail. To see the number of loads you've hauled, enter the company screen. That's kind of nagging me to get going on the actual goal, but we've still got 20 years. Like 3 years of this and we might have enough money to get side to side of the country. The Canadian government approves the Trans-Canadian Railway. Rail building costs drop 20%. Place you, seeing as you've had a crash. It sucks, but oh well. So close to making your delivery. That's enough. That's enough. Does the Express catch up to the Little American? Go, Little American! Nah, the American is too slow. Revenue slightly down. Wait till the end of this year and then we'll start trying to build the across the country bit. That made honestly very little money, but the steel mill is printing money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Global economy dips slightly. Don't crew you anymore. Same with Quebec. Tool and die factories have stopped accepting iron. Turn it into steel first. Well, I was already doing that, so that doesn't bother us. And we will now try and build the across-country component. So, Vancouver. Straight out. Do we start trying to do curve following, or do we just say, we do not divert. We go straight across the mountains with raw power. It's going to need a lot of sanding places. It's a roundhouse. Maybe just every other one. Hoover, you can have everything. Okay, and now that connects to here, that connects to here, that connects to here. We're all the way across to Thunder Bay. Next step. There. So, straight up. Come on, I want to go straight across that. Thank you. Fortunately, we need another zigzag, but c'est la vie. Did you already have sanding and water? Let's give you some. The next one will need to be about here. If we put it here, we could get all that extra timber. But we expect to. We're pretty much done with the mission now, we think. Yeah, I actually prefer doing that. Go down or go around? Let's be sane and go around. Follow the coast here. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm sorry, person who lives in Gasp, but you have to die, you're in the way. Okay, nearly there. Halifax do. No, it would need to be one square to count as Halifax. We've successfully connected side to side. Roundhouse, hotel, sanding, customs, post office, saloon, telegraph, go. We need some more re-water spaces along the way. Water sanding. Sanding maintenance. Sanding. Sanding maintenance. There, water sanding. Yeah, you can probably get between those. As long as that one's got a maintenance, and it does. And then how many loads do we have to load between them? 6. One. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, and then we'll create 2 more to allow up to 2 of them to die. And now high speed, go. These all should all have higher priority than everything else. They are the only thing that keeps us from winning the mission. We watch them make their way round. The rapid expansion of your railway has caused you to outstrip the production of your suppliers of sleepers, rail ties. You can take some substandard ones, or keep your construction at peak speed, or slow down and maintain your standards. Slow down, because we've already made all the track we need to make. Let me just watch the conga line of single passenger trains from side to side that each earn almost $1 million, well, the better part of $1 million each. Big hotel, but it's too late for us to care. One of them has been robbed. Towns and cities no longer accept raw food. You've been contacted by James Hill. He could get authorization to build in the USA for a mere $300,000. Where can I sign? Not that we really care, because we're basically done. How do they make it over the hilly bit? Is the only remaining question. The next bit of the conga line. Investors are pleased. Revenue up a bit after last year's fall, due to, you know, paying for all these new across-country stuff that we aren't getting a single bit of profit out of yet. Boom times ahead. How much have you decayed? So it's like 7.3 when we started. It's actually gone up because of the boom time. The boom increase multiplier has outweighed the decay modifier. Okay, here we go. They're slightly slow up the start of here. But then they're pretty swift. That's the little American. Some clogging issues where they try to run over each other, but split 2 for 1. Revenue to the moon, seeing as all the cross-country ones have finally started delivering. Looks like there's one more, and then we're finished. You've moved the required loads. Now all you need to do is get company book value up to 20 million. Well, we have 20 million in on-hand cash, so that seems like it's a pretty trivial... Yeah, we've got 40 million in book value. So end of the year it will trigger our win. We might as well just full speed. Sorry? Why didn't that trigger? Oh, it's 50, not 40, my bad. Okay, so we need like another 2 years. No, not even. It's going to be like 1 year. Income. Think. Yeah, there we go. Hail to thee, binder of nations, glue of governments, sultan of sharing. The doubters in the western provinces have committed to preserving Canada, and the east has seen the strength of Canada's diversity. All due to your diligence. Let's have a look at what made the most money. Montreal Express made 7 mil. The food one made 2. Then the Winnipeg Thunder Bay also made 7. That made about 2. The wood one made almost 3. The Calgary Express made 5. And then the various food and goods and steel ones made about 1 million each. Alright. Yeah, we just won. Done.
Well, well. Nice job of putting North America on the fast track to success. As a result of your history-altering efforts, you've managed to get quite a reputation.
They want us to do the European maps. But with that, I think I will head to bed so that I'm good for family Christmas lunch tomorrow. Is anyone up and around that we respect? Possibly. What are you doing? Let's go with Cal then. Cheers all. Thank you for joining. I hope you have had a lovely time. Tomorrow, I will probably delay starting until after Christmas lunch with family. And then in the evening, we might be starting a new sort of puzzle platformer game that I've had my eye on for some time and was finally on sale during this winter sale. So I nabbed it up. But for now, peace. And if I don't, well, I shouldn't see you before Christmas tomorrow. For my time. Might not be your time, so time zone dependent. Merry Christmas. If you see you again, then we can wish it again. But for now, peace.